Do I have a right or a left scapula right now?
My money's on the left, so that matches up with this.
Which side is front and which side is back? Is this the front or the back?
That's the back.
Back. Front.
Really? No. This is the back.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're pointing
That sticks out.
Yeah. The bony part that sticks out, you can feel the bony part that sticks out. When you reach back, find your shoulder blade, and kind of move your shoulder around a little bit, you can find the bony part sticking out on the back there. Okay, it's that guy right there. This is the posterior surface of the scapula. The smooth part, this is the one that sits right up next to the rib cage. And you want the smooth part sitting right up against other bones. So we know anterior and posterior. Which side's the top and which side's the bottom?
Top.
Okay, this is the top up here where you got all the bony features, and this is the bottom where you have like nothing happening. Which side faces the shoulder? Does this side face out to the shoulder, or does this side face out to the shoulder? Okay, this side right here faces out to the shoulder. In fact, this little cavity right here is where your arm bone, more formally known as your humerus, fits in. Okay. Once you know this sits out towards the shoulder, so this is lateral, you know that the big spiny, ridgy structure you find in the posterior aspect, and you also find it on the anterior side, the top of the bone. You now know enough to tell me if this is from the left or the right side of the body. So is this from the left or the right side of the body?
Right.
It is from the right side of the body. You're looking at the back of it right here, and this is where the arm is going to fit in. The features to learn along the way here. This big ridge running along the back side. This is the spine of the scapula. This little shallow indentation right here. This is called the glenoid cavity or the glenoid fossa. I tend to refer to this one as the glenoid fossa more often, because fossa really is a shallow indentation. Cavity implies something much deeper. This is not very deep. This is a really shallow indentation. So this is the glenoid cavity or the glenoid fossa, where the humerus articulates in. We have a few more fossas to discuss. Shallow indentations. We have a shallow indentation right here, just above the spine. Shallow indentation here, just below the spine. This would be the supraspinous fossa, the fossa above the spine. That's what that name means. This is your infraspinous fossa, the fossa below the spine. And then this broad, shallow indentation here on the anterior side, this is the subscapular fossa. These names are important because you also have muscles associated with these fossas. So the supraspinous fossa is covered by the supraspinatus muscle. The infraspinous fossa is covered by the infraspinatus muscle. The subscapular fossa is covered by the subscapularis. So these names are going to come back. You can't brain dump them. We have the acromion and the coracoid process, not the coronoid. This is the coracoid. So the acromion is, you see the spine coming up and kind of wrapping around the side of the shoulder, where it finally reaches an end here with this protuberance wrapping around the side. This is the acromion. And then this guy, sitting a little more anteriorly and sitting a little lower, this is the coracoid process right here. These are important sites of muscle and ligament attachment. In fact, you're going to have entire ligaments named after what features they attach to. So the coracoacromial ligament, that would be the ligament that runs between the coracoid process and the acromion right here.
So if you have like a separated shoulder, this would be the separated.
So like a dislocated shoulder? Okay, what you're looking at there is where you actually dislocate the humerus out of the shoulder joint. Finally, vertebral and axillary borders. The side that is closer to the vertebral column, or the medial border here, closer to the midline, that's the vertebral border. The lateral border, further out to the side, the one that kind of borders the armpit, that is the axillary border. Remember that axilla and axillary that refers to the armpit? So the border that is further out to the side, closer to your armpit, that is going to be the axillary border.